extreme cold. Darkness that lasts for months on end. Isolation. The Arctic and subarctic are rife with challenges, and as the offshore industry's focus here intensifies, those who can supply the necessary support will be increasingly valued.
It's a need for vessels that are ice strengthened, but of course a lot of these areas are open water a lot of the year as well. So maybe you don't need an icebreaker, but you need to have a vessel that are capable of going in waters with ice. And you have also good open water capabilities.
For the ice management services provider Viking Supply Ships, it's all about knowledge. So when they have the opportunity to subject their high ice class AHTS vessel Brage Viking to a series of full-speed ice-breaking trials in the Baltic Sea, they take it.
We are aiming for the Arctic and the cold environment. We just doesn't say that, okay, we have ice-classed vessels, we can sell you, okay, we take them up and we actually test them.
This kind of test is not a legal requirement, but when it comes to their fleet, Viking Supply doesn't take anything for granted. And besides, these trials are an important way to prepare the crew for the challenges that await them.
Brage Viking is setting up for the ice run with the 30 centimeter ice. We're going to record the power level and the speed to make calculation of the ice resistance of the vessel.
Interest is high. There are 16 additional personnel on board, including some important guests, such as a representative from the Russian Ship Classification Society, and even a potential client who's flown in from Japan just to watch the trials.
Now the bulb is crushing a lot. Sprekker det opp på sidene?
Nei, det fint.
No crack, right? No, then we stay here.
One part of the test that was a little bit unexpected, that we were testing to penetrate a very rigid area where the ice has pressed into ridges. We entered this area and then we made full ahead to come up with the speed that was applied for the test. We were expecting that the vessel more or less was stopping up.
It's a lot of resistance.
48% is stern now and doing 2.7.
But the vessel, we just ran straight through this area, ridges, and just the speed just increased.
The trials are a success. With confirmation that the Brage Viking and her crew will be able to meet the demands placed on them, the Russian authorities award the ship a coveted ice passport, certifying her to work in high-value areas like the Barents Sea.
We take the next step now, based on our long experience in Arctic, to also set together a whole ice management system for the customer. The biggest challenge for us is maybe the big logistic distances from where we can get service, where we can get support. So it's very important for us to have reliable equipment on board. And when we need service, then we need a supplier which can send their service engineer wherever we are.
To the oil industry, the Arctic represents untapped potential, but the environment will test the limits of everyone who works out here, as well as the equipment they rely on. And the crew of Viking Supply is ready.